Alright, you guys know what it is. It's time for a late night review of Interspecies Reviewers. I just got home from work, but I'm still going to be extremely excited to talk about Interspecies Reviewers episode 7. Episode 7, are they serious right now? Are they serious? Like, I remember back then, since the dawn of time, we have ranked our favorite girls in the history of anime. Regardless of what genre it is, no matter if it's action, no matter if harem, no matter ecchi or yuri, yaoi, sports, monster girls, doesn't matter. We rate our girls from our least to favorites. Look at Monster Misune, for example. Pappy is my least favorite out of the 6. Pappy is 6. Pappy 6. Sue is 5th. Mia's 4th. Miro's 3rd. Rachnia 2nd. Centaur's 1st. Like the Sailor Scouts, Mercury is my favorite. Jupiter is my 2nd. Mars is 3rd. 4th is Sailor Moon and 5th is Sailor Venus. You see what I mean? We live in a world where we rank our girls, no matter how good or bad it is. We all have opinions based on our tastes. And after the first 6 episodes of Interspecies Reviewers, it didn't just, like, I get it, the first 6 episodes is repetitive because they go to different brothels and they make out with 1 or 2 different interspecies, but that's what makes it fun about Interspecies Reviewers. Even though they rate it like we do, we still have taste, regardless of what monster girl we have a crush on. Now in episode 7 Interspecies Reviewers, they decided to not let us see them make out with other monster girls, but they did give us the scene of egg laying, like, you know, when they open their and just pop out an egg. Now, if you guys recall Monster Misune, Pappy was dealing with that scenario of her own. Pappy was like, oh, I'm gonna give birth to an egg. And what happened? You saw that scene where she had the shirt, she go giving out orgasm when you got to pop out an egg. Okay. Now this scene, it was about Meidri, about, you know, it's that time in the month, she had to give birth to that egg. And I gotta say, when she gave birth to the egg, I feel like, hashtag uncensored Meidri scene. The part when she giving out birth to that egg, I mean, can we see it uncensored? I mean, yeah, the uncensored version came out, but yes, I want to see the part when she laid out that egg. Who want to see that? I sure do. Now, Stunk and his friends know that it's that time in the month for them to lay eggs. And to give birth, like see them pop out eggs. So what better way to go to an egg performance, an excellent performance, with, you know, seeing different girls popping out eggs in different varieties, where they bend down or when they squatting. Okay, now that our receptionist, I get that, she is creepy with that neck. And then they got not only Stunk and his friends were there, but that Lamia snake guy, you know, the snake with the harpy girl that gave him a 0 at the time. They decided he went with them because eggs is the essential to snakes. These male snakes are so horny for those eggs that they want to eat the eggs. I mean, that's natural. That's natural. Egg snakes love eggs and they just eat them, especially the merman. And then whenever different species give out popping out the eggs, they immediately just like they want to sell it for the higher bidder. So it's like, let's say someone pop out, let's say an interspecies girl pop out an egg. How much you think that egg will worth? 500 million, 600 million, 1,000 million, maybe 100 million? You see what I mean? That's what they do in this one. So here's the thing. Disturbing as it is, this was so disturbing to this episode. It was not disturbing, it's more like, what the fuck am I watching? And the thing is, they show lizard women making, like, revealing eggs. And these are the ugliest interspecies girls. These are the ugliest interspecies girls I've ever seen. I get it, the octopus girl was ugly, but damn, they uglier. They look like, those lizard women, you know what they remind me of? Those lizard women reminds me of Lizard Man from Soul Calibur. If you guys have played Soul Calibur, and I know you guys have played Soul Calibur, you know, like Siegfried, Nightmare, Cervantes, Voldo, Taki, Ivy. If you play Soul Calibur and if you play Lizard Man, that's what those lizard women is. Picture Lizard Man with bra and panties. That's what they are. That's what it is. And they all squatted like they out there squatting like it's so freaking. They're the ugliest interspecies I've ever seen. And then, you know, it was just nasty. They were about to walk out, but when they met the bird woman, they thinking, oh, it's gonna be a Harpy girl, but it was actually a little baby penguin. It was actually a penguin, like size from Happy Feet, that kind of thing. But the penguin was about this small, and it's weird to see a little penguin girl like popping out eggs. Not like Pappy here, but you get the idea. It was so like, but it is what it is. Now, I get their ratings. It's a 3, it's a 4, the 3 out of 10. But that Snake guy, you know, I get it why he gave them a 9. He's like one of those guys, like if you want to see people, if you prefer seeing people squatting and revealing, like popping out the eggs of it, if you into that fetish to see a women's thing and just giving birth to eggs, if you into that kind of thing, that's your taste. I'm not saying that's good or bad, but I'm saying if you into that kind of taste, then you should join their snakes. I mean, they're a bunch of perverts. Now, the moment I need to talk about. After the first 6 episodes of Interspecies Reviewers, leading towards this is the top like best girls of the Interspecies Reviewers, of these girls. And I wrote down this list that was in order, but I was kind of shocked. I was kind of pissed off about this list, because let me tell you this. First off, okay, Salamander Girl is on the least bottom, and I don't blame them because she's too much to handle. That fiery pussy thing, I cannot deal with that. You want to, like, if you're making out with her, and she's gonna burn your dick. That's what I'm talking about. She's gonna burn your dick, and I ain't dealing with that unless you got fireproof condoms or something, or a fireproof suit to make out with Salamander Girls. I ain't fucking with that. They're too hot to handle, and I ain't fucking with that. Now, 8th is Octopus Girls. I get it. They on the bottom because they are like suctions. It's just like it's like freaking. I can't deal with those. That's why I have to put them on 8th. Now, 7th got me pissed off. The Minotaur Girls. Those big breasted milk girls. They could have, to me, the milk girls are number 1. I mean, who doesn't like big breast girls in animes? I mean, I get it. Some of y'all prefer flat-chested girls. I understand that. But come on, guys. We're talking about big breasted girls in anime that is so thick and fine, you're gonna regret it. Like, look at Miss Kobayashi Dragon Maid. Some of y'all like Lokuwa, some of y'all like Elma, some of y'all like Toru. And Shimamano Testament. Some of y'all like Mio, the red-haired girl. Oh, High School DxD. Some of y'all like Reyes. Or, you see what I mean? We into those kind of tastes, man. Look at Centaura. I'm into that. I like Centaura. Are you kidding me? And I like Teal from Monster Musume, the ogre girl. But the reality is, those Minotaurs got that milk, man. They got the milk. Duh. Now, 6th place is the Hyena Girl. I like to reverse that. Just, like, the Hyena Girls should be on the bottom. Because Hyena Girls got the dick. No offense, I mean, they got it. I mean, who want to make out with the Hyena Girl with the dick? I mean, just saying. I just can't. Now, the Bird Maid. Okay. Bird Maids, I get it. I get it. Bird Maids are hot. Not as hot. I mean, they're hotter than Pappy. But Bird Maid, you know, I get it. But remember, they have a short-term memory loss. Let's say you have sex with them after you finish. Three steps. 1, 2, 3. Who are you? You see what I mean? I ain't fucking with that. I mean, Bird Maids are good. Bird Maids are good, but not really. Now, the Cyclops. From this list, Cyclops are second best. To me, they're second best because the fact that they're sweet and innocent. Like that Cyclops with the small little A-cup eye, she looks sweet and nice. That's why. Unless you're into those big eye Cyclops girls, but nah, I'm into those. But right now, based off of this list, this 4th place is Cyclops girls. 3rd place are the cat girls. I get it. The cat girls are 3rd. They're charming, but they got scratches. They can scratch you like. with their claws, they go scratch the shit out of you, especially in the back if you're on top. Now the elf girl is first, second place. I get it why the elf girl is second place. I get it. But you have to understand where they're coming from with this. Like, the elf girls, I get it, they're old because, they're like 500, 600-year old. But you have to see it from the eye of a human. The human look at them, they're all like, oh, they're so freaking hot, regardless, because they have the experience. Key word, experience. But when you look, but interspecies monster girls, they think like, oh, but they're old. They're so old. We're talking about experience. So yeah, now number one is the fairies. Are they serious right now? How the fuck the receptionist, the fairy receptionist, is first place? Who wanna smash fairy girls? They're about this tiny. This freaking tiny. I mean, some are oxymoron type, like a big little fairy, like the one that Stunk fucked with, like that big little fairy. But still, that receptionist number one? Are you kidding me? I mean, like, I get it. There were some dojin pictures of the fairy girl, that receptionist fairy girl making out with the Futa boy, and he went in. But I'm like, seriously? Seriously? Now, I'm waiting for other monster girls to come out. But if I had to pick my favorite monster girls in this entire thing, and I'm waiting for them to do the zombie girls, I want to see how they really look like. I'm waiting for them to make out with the zombie girls. But right now, based off of this list that I've seen from that, my top three is first is the Minotaur girl, second will be the elf girl, and third will be the Cyclops girls. That's it. Those are the top three. So it's Minotaur girls, elf girl, and the Cyclops. I gotta remember to write that down. But yeah. So this was a good episode. I mean, the list gave us more and more depth to the popularity polls out there. We understand our taste for monster girls, and I understand that. But I can't wait for next week's episode and beyond, because pretty soon my list is going to change once they make out with other different monster girls, especially with the zombie girls. And I keep bringing it up because I want to see how they're going to re-rate them. So, but again, this list, it's kind of like, what? But I'm going to look forward to it. But anyway, I look forward for next week's episode of Interspecies Reviewers, and I hope you will.